Hello students, today we are going to see the another experiment, that is Venn bridge oscillator, and we have already shared the PDF for this circuit diagram and its theory. You can see this diagram that here is a bridge and this is op-amp. Actually in SYBSc you have studied many applications of op-amp, that is operational amplifier, and you know that it works on the dual power supply. Here we have the plus VCC, then we have minus VCC, and there is a common ground. So plus VCC goes to pin number 7 and this goes to pin number 4, and this is pin number 6 where we look for the output. I'll show you all these details in the actual circuit diagram, but before that you should know what is an oscillator. Oscillator is the circuit which generates or which creates its own signal. Actually in this particular circuit we are using this dual power supply for this op amp to be in working condition, and this oscillator which is in the bridge form, so it is the Venn bridge oscillator. It consists of these 4 arms, but out of these 2 are the important arms, where here is the RC series combination and here is the RC parallel combination. I'll show you these 2 also in the particular circuit diagram. Now when we consider this particular bridge, as you have learned last year how to find out the balancing condition and finally how to go for finding the unknown resistance and the frequency. This is the this is the equation where you see that this 2 pi f0 we have considered is 1 upon under root r1 c1 r2 c2. But when we take this r1 and r2 of same value, then what happens? R1 is equal to r2 is equal to r. Similarly c1 and c2 of same value, so you will get c1 is equal to c2 is equal to c. In that case what you get for equation for the frequency is this: f is 1 by 2 pi rc, and in this situation we have this equality condition. This is the balancing condition. Now when we consider this particular Venn bridge oscillator, see here all the circuit designing is given over here, and finally with the same equation we are going to proceed. Though these are the values given for R and C, that is the resistors and capacitors, it is not mandatory. We can go for any value and correspondingly your frequency will change, but there are certain restrictions that you should get the particular signal generated. Now here you can see this particular pot. This indicates the variation. So we are going to adjust actually this pot to get the waveform in a proper sine wave. I mean, if it is not proper, it is clip or something, then we are going to adjust this particular pot. And now see clearly it is indicated how this series combination and the parallel combination is given to this particular pin. This is the non-inverting pin and this is the inverting pin. Since this is your output, that is across pin number 6, obviously this arm is going with the feedback. So this is the feedback, and this op amp is working for the particular signal feedback over here, generating the final signal across 6. So I'll show you now the circuit diagram. See here, though you see number of pins over here, there is nothing to worry about. This is your IC 741. Initially we will forget about this part because we want to see how the IC is connected to these pins. This is pin number 7, this is pin number 4. So obviously pin number 7 means what? Plus VCC. This is our dual power supply. Plus VCC, minus VCC and common ground. So this plus VCC is given to pin number 7. This is minus VCC which is given to pin number 4. Never get confused between this ground and minus VCC. Ground is over here, which is the common ground. So actually this is your one supply and this is the other supply. Now this particular circuit operates on plus minus 12 to 15 volts also. Now see, this is the parallel combination of R and C. Already it is written like R1 C1. This is the series combination and this is the parallel combination, R2 C2, R1 C1. And as I said, if we go with same R values and same C values, then our formula goes with what? F is 1 by 2 pi RC. So after connecting these things, what we are going to do is, we can see the output here. See, on the CRO, as I have already adjusted, you see the clear sine wave, but now I am going to adjust the pot as I have explained you before. See, this is the pot. Now if I adjust this pot, then see what happens. Now the wave is not clear, it is clipped over here. So we have to adjust the particular pot. Now see, it is a clear wave. Once you get this signal which is generated by the oscillator on its own, we can adjust the voltage and the frequency. See, if I use this voltage per division norm, then it is appearing in the different form. Obviously the voltage is not changed, it just appears like this because your multiplier is different over here. So now if I go with this, here it is a clear wave. Now what we have to do with this, we can just note down the frequency and voltage of this. You are very familiar how to note down the frequency and voltage. This is the y-axis, the x-axis, so you can adjust the initial wave over here. So from this point to this point, this much, that is 1, 2, 3.4, this much multiplied by time base is your capital T, and 1 upon T will be your frequency. If you want to note down the voltage, then obviously you have to go vertically. See here, from this to this multiplied by this indicator, that is 1 volt, that is your voltage. Now what will happen if you will change the resistors and capacitors? See here, when you go with a different value of R, means either you go with 1K, 10K, 4.7K. Similarly, if you go for this C in terms of 0.1 microfarad, 0.01 microfarad, definitely by substituting these values in the formula which we have already seen, the frequency of the signal will be changing. So that depends only on this particular formula. And finally you can understand how op-amp, which is working with the dual power supply, is used for this Venn bridge, where we have these two basic combinations, that is series and parallel, to find out the final sine wave. Thank you.